So I finally watched The Gorge on Apple TV Plus starring Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. This movie is giving romance, it's giving thriller, it's giving horror, it's giving a little bit of everything. But does it actually work? For the most part. So the premise is two highly trained operatives are hired to guard opposite sides of this creepy, mysterious gorge. They don't know exactly what's inside, but they do know that something bad is lurking down there. Meanwhile, because they're isolated and lonely, they start passing each other long distance, you belong with me style notes. And yes, I ate that romance up. Now, here's the thing, this movie is not a deep character study. You are not getting Oscar worthy monologues or deep backstories for these characters. These two are basically chosen for this job because they don't have a lot of ties to the outside world. So if they die, nobody's really asking questions. Dark but effective. What The Gorge does well is blending genres. It's part action, part horror, part sci-fi thriller, part creature feature, part political thriller, but at the core of it, it is a romance, which was my favorite part. Another thing that I find really refreshing about this movie is that it's an original story. It's not based on an existing IP, it's not a remake, and it's not a sequel, and it's not based on a book. So I enjoyed seeing an original story come to life. Now the action. Some of it works, some of it is pretty video gamey, and some of it just drags. I will say that the CGI is pretty good for a direct-to-streaming movie, but it's not winning any awards. Specifically in the third act, I was kind of waiting for these fight scenes that we've kind of seen in every genre movie like it to be over with so we could get back to the good stuff, which is the romance, because Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy had chemistry and I loved their banter. The story and pacing is pretty intriguing in the first half. It does start losing steam in the second half, and some of the big reveals were a little too convenient. So, final thoughts? It's entertaining, it's fun, it's giving, but barely. It is a good time. The Gorge is way better than most direct-to-streaming movies. So, if you are already subscribed to Apple TV Plus, it's worth the watch. Would I recommend you subscribe just for this movie? Maybe if you're planning on watching some other Apple TV Plus content. Let me know in the comments if you've seen The Gorge or if you're not planning to see it.